No one orders me around. Finally.
Wait. The towers on either side are rigged to fire bolts of frost. This hallway is a death trap.
Can't we disable them?
The circular hatch in the far wall is an aqueduct plug. If we can open it, the water might flood the firing mechanisms and disable the entire trap.
Gold. We should take this with us. This is more like it. Tread lightly. At last. Finally.
Speak. I'll see to it. Indubitably.
What is it now? That's done it. Let's move. Speak, fool. Frostmourne hungers. Your pain shall be legendary.
Look, brothers. The traitor king.
Who, me?
He is referring to me, Death Knight. These Nerubians will stop at nothing to destroy us.
What is it now? Faithless coward. Speak, fool. Tread lightly. You will know endless torment.
Thank you, Great One. The rebel spiders captured my comrades as well. They're being held in a nearby chamber. Release them, and they will be yours to command. Just bleed.
Tread lightly. At last. At last.
I have heard the summons.
What is it now? Frostmourne hungers. This is more like it.
Inventory is full.
Finally. Frostmourne hungers. The Guardians are activating. Defend yourselves. Finally. This is more like it. I'll make sure you suffer. Now, Frostmourne. Finally. No one orders me around.
Time is fleeting.
Speak, fool. Frostmourne hungers. Now, Frostmourne.
Slay the intruders.
This is more like it. Ah, at last. No one orders me around. Finally. Frostmourne hungers. Your pain shall be legendary. For the Lich King. Faithless coward. This is more like it. You will know endless torment. I'll make sure you suffer.
My might cannot be matched. Kinky. Raid. Oblivion awaits. Death to the servants of Ner'zhul. The eggs of our young are incubated within those breeding pods. There's no telling how many vicious hatchlings they hold.
You are right. They're definitely hostile. We've got to destroy the breeding pods.
We could also seal the doors to shut the hatchlings in.
Frostmourne hungers.
I serve only the frozen throne.
Speak, fool. What is it now? Finally. No one orders me around. You will know endless torment. I'll make sure you suffer. What is it now? This is more like it.
Time is fleeting.
Tread lightly. Now, Frostmourne. Faithless coward. Finally. Your pain shall be legendary. Faithless coward. For the Lich King. This is more like it. Ah, at last. Frostmourne hungers. Now, Frostmourne. Frostmourne hungers.
I have heard the summons. I'll consume the living and the dead.
Speak, fool. This is more like it. Ah, at last. Finally. I'll make sure you suffer.
Drive the foul undead back to the surface.
What is it now? Frostmourne hungers.
My might cannot
Tread lightly. You will know endless torment. This is more like it.
I serve only the frozen throne.
No one orders me around. Ah, at last. Speak, fool. Finally.
Speak.
Tread lightly. Frostmourne hungers. This is more like it. Ah, at last. What is it now?
Time is fleeting. By Nerub.
No one orders me around. Ah, at last. Speak, fool. Finally. Your pain shall be legendary. Your pain shall be legendary. Frostmourne hungers. Speak, fool. What is it now? What the hell are they?
They are the horrors the dwarves spoke of. I thought they were only legends.
What?
They are the faceless ones.
You will know endless torment. For the Lich King. This is more like it. Tread lightly. You will know endless torment. Your pain shall be legendary. No one orders me around. For the Lich King. Tread lightly. Frostmourne hungers. Speak, fool. I'll make sure you suffer. Finally. What is it now? Now, Frostmourne. No one orders me around. What is it now? faithless coward. For the Lich King. Ah, at last. Your pain shall be legendary. This is more like it.
It cannot be. A forgotten one. Look to your defenses, Death Knight. Fight as you've never fought before.
Speak, fool. Finally. Frostmourne hungers. This is more like it. Ah, at last.
I serve only the frozen throne. Indubitably. Kinky.
No one orders me around. Tread lightly. Ah, at last. Finally. Speak, fool. Frostmourne hungers. This is more like it. Finally. This is more like it. Frostmourne hungers. Faithless coward.
My might cannot be matched.
Tread lightly. No one orders me around. Ah, at last.
We cannot take them all. Hurry, Death Knight! Up the stairwell! Hurry!
We're running out of time, Anubarak. How far are we from the exit?
Not far. We have entered the Upper Kingdom. The exit should lead us to the base of the glacier itself. However, there are still hidden traps and pitfalls to account for.
Take cover!
Arthas!
The entire passage collapsed. There's no time to dig through this. I'll have to move quickly and find my own way out. Hopefully Anubarak and the others survived. This is more like it. You will know endless torment. Frostmourne hungers. I'll be singed if I get too close to those flames. Finally. Ah, at last. Ah, at last. Frostmourne hungers. I'll need this gold for when I reach the glacier. Finally. This is more like it. Finally. More of the Nerubian's blasted mechanisms. I'll have to time this perfectly. Ah, at last. Frostmourne hungers. This is more like it. Ah, at last. Finally. Frostmourne hungers. More gold. This might help us later. Ah, at last. Finally. Frostmourne hungers. This is more like it. Frostmourne hungers. Another quake? I'll make sure you suffer. Ah, at last. This is more like it. Finally. Finally. Now, Frostmourne. Ah, at last. Frostmourne hungers. This is more like it. Your pain shall be legendary. Now, Frostmourne. This is more like it. Frostmourne hungers. Finally. Ah, at last. Frostmourne hungers. Ah, at last. Finally. This is more like it. This is more like it. For the Lich King. Ah, at last. Finally. Frostmourne hungers. Frostmourne hungers. Finally. Ah, at last. This is more like it. Finally. This is more like it. Faithless coward. Frostmourne hungers. Ah, at last. Finally.
Inventory is full.
Ah, at last. Frostmourne hungers. This is more like it. Ah, at last. Frostmourne hungers. This is more like it. I must find a way across this strange obstacle. Finally. Ah, at last. Frostmourne hungers. Finally. This is more like it. Ah, at last. Finally. Frostmourne hungers. This is more like it. You will know endless torment. Finally. At last. Anubarak, you made it.
I see now why the Lich King chose you as his champion, Death Knight. Few men could have survived this labyrinth alone.
What is it now? Tread lightly. Frost.
Another earthquake. We must hurry, Death Knight.
This is more like it. This is more like it. Something's breaking through. Defensive positions! At last. Frostmourne hungers.
Speak. I'll consume the living and the dead.
No one orders me around. Finally. Speak, fool. Frostmourne.
We're running out of time. We must find the exit.
At last. Finally. Your pain shall be legendary. This is more like it. This is more like it. At last. Frostmourne hungers.
They're blocking the way to the exit. We'll have to fight our way through them to reach it.
What is it now? Finally. This is more like it. What is it now? Frostmourne hungers. No one orders me around. At last. For the Lich King. Finally. This is more like it. Frostmourne hungers. Tread lightly. Finally.
Now quickly, head through that door. The exit to the surface lies just beyond.
It'll be good to see the sun again.
Remember, Illidan and the true battle still await us in the world above. Hopefully our trek through the Dark Earth bought us the precious time we needed.
We've made it, Anubarak. Our forces are already assembled and waiting.
Greetings, King Arthas. You've arrived just in time. Illidan's Naga and Blood Elf forces have taken up positions at the base of the glacier and...
Arthas, my champion. You have come at last.
Master?
There is a fracture in my prison, the Frozen Throne, and my energies are seeping from it. That is why your powers have diminished.
But how?
The rune blade Frostmourne was once locked inside the throne as well. I thrust it from the ice, so that it would find its way to you, and then lead you to me. And so it has. Now we face a grave danger. My creator, the Demon Lord Kil'jaeden, sent his agents here to destroy me. If they should reach the frozen throne before you, all will be lost. The scourge will be undone. Now hurry. I will grant you all the power I can spare.
I saw another vision of the Lich King. He has restored my powers. I know now what I must do. It's time to end the game, once and for all. Time's running out, Anubarak. We've got to get inside the throne chamber before Illidan does.
The throne chamber lies within the frozen peak at the center of the valley. It can only be opened by activating the 4 enchanted obelisks that surround it. Illidan's forces have already entrenched themselves near 2 of them. We'll need to drive them back and reactivate the obelisks ourselves.
We're sorry to interrupt your meditation, Master, but all our forces are in place.
Once the chamber is opened, we will destroy the frozen throne, as promised.
Then the hour has come at last. After today, the scourge will meet its end. Can you hear me out there, Arthas? Its end!
Illidan has mocked the Scourge long enough. It's time we put the fear of death back in him. Ah, at last. This is more like it.